Hi everyone, hope you're having a great day. So I've pretty much forgotten stuff that's normal, but I'm gonna make the best of this. But I've got some things that I wanted to show, and some concert things that I'm gonna show as well. Just forgot the main thing I need. So, hi Wakaru, how are you today? I hope you're well. Not been the best. That's why I've avoided being on YouTube and messaging anyone when watching lives. I've just been sitting silent and playing games while I rest. It's just not been well enough to do everything that I normally do. And that's not good, Rickaroo. I keep getting headaches myself. So I've got a couple of, actually got quite a few things, and also one other, like a massive list of acts I've seen live as well. So I've got wristbands and things like that I have lying around. So I guess the first one is a Help the Heroes wristband. Which I've got. Me too, Rickaroo. I've got loads of cool wristbands. Was gonna do arcade prizes, but I can't get to them at the moment. Most of the writing on these never show up properly. But here's what a standing wristband looks like after roughly a year nearly. Yeah, that's what this wristband is for. And this one is for like the general standing, so you can go and stand in the and watch the concert. And that's pretty much the wristband broke. Because it would have been perfect, but I kept that one on and it slowly started to fall apart. It did. So that one's a bit beat up. Yep. It's pretty much like a challenge. How long can I wear these wristbands sometimes? This one's from Download Festival. I have a different one as well. But this one's actually quite cool because it's the material and you can just loosen it, tighten it, and that part is actually quite tight, so it does keep it in place. Whereas some do fall apart. I need to get more of those ones. So next year, hopefully, I can get some more. And here's a Blackstone cherry one. Which is the same thing all the way around. And the only difference is this has like a little plasticky bead just holding it in place. So it eventually will fall to pieces. But I've seen Blackstone Cherry a couple of times and they're really good live. So I've got this one, which is Of Mice and Men. And I do try and buy at least one of these every time I see them. And this one come as a set of 3 for £5. So it wasn't too bad. And it has Would You Still Be There on it, which is one of their songs, as well as Of Mice and Men. And this one has If I Could Find the Words written on it, as well as their initials for the band, which I do actually really like these ones because they're quite cool. I've not seen. I want to see Of Mice and Men again, as they are quite a good band. These ones I've got, I'll show last in a minute because I want to show a couple of others. So here's their white version of the Blackstone cherry one. Pretty much got these the same time I did, as I just figured get them all. They didn't even cost that much. They were really cheap, these ones. That's cool, Wiggle. I do listen to Of Mice and Men quite a bit, and I think most of the sounds on them of Mice and Men ones are lyrics. And I've got this Bowling for Soup one, which is quite a big one. I have seen them a couple of times and got a photo with them. Yeah. I think that's where they're from. Yeah, it's quite big. And one of my favorite ones, because the size is noticeable. And hopefully the laptop doesn't decide to turn itself off. So this one's not a music one, but I got it anyway because of what it said on it, as it says, be kind to animals. So that's one reason I got that one, because I think this one was a charity one. And got this one. Which is for Kiss. And I think it's the Kiss Army wristband. Well, it's the members one. And it's one that I quite liked. I have seen Kiss a couple of times, which is cool. I just remembered something that I wanted for the live. Which is hiding in the tin for the that's cool, Wickerwood. I think the membership belongs to my brother, but he gave me the wristband because he isn't as much into wristbands as I am. And it's probably the only merchandise that I've got like it for Kiss, at least. So this one is Bullet from a Valentine, and it says Temper Temper on it, and it's just got Bullet from Valentine going around, which I have seen Bullet from a Valentine too many times to count. That it is not even a joke when I say I've seen them over 9 times. And I did meet the guitarist at a music festival, which was really cool. Here's a Bullet for Valentine one, and it has the same thing on both sides. That's cool. Yeah, wristbands are my favourite. I've got one from Integrity Vending as well, which is quite a cool one. Hi, Backseat Gorilla Productions. How are you today? So this is a Bullet for Valentine. It's a 3-pack set, which is one that I really liked, and I just had to get them, as I do try and get as many wristbands as I can. And this one just has Venom written on it, as I think this was for their Venom album single release. And so I did dig something else out. So the first one is from a Metallica concert, and that's one that was thrown from the stage, which was pretty cool. And that's the date it was got. So, and I think it's the 20th of the 6th. So it's a little while before my birthday, so it's a pretty nice one to have. And it's got like the UK logo flag on it and Metallica. And so that had been in I believe it's a singer's guitar pick, James Hetfield. And this one was from the last concert I went to, which I actually got that one from the bass player, which was cool. As Fallen Angel was the last big, small concert that I went to before I started having problems. And here's another one stage used guitar pick from Metallica as well. So I actually have something that's not, I can't show fully, but I did get it when, well, it was given to me, but it was got from a concert, Limp Bizkit to be specific. So, and this was used by West Borland, and it's the hand towel that he had on stage, and he threw it, and my brother caught it. So it stays in there, as it probably smells a little, as it was used on stage. And here's one of the Coke wristbands that I wear quite regularly. As I got a couple of them. And here's a bigger version of the Bullet for Valentine Temper Temper one. Which they're all pretty cool. So this one's from Muse, and it's got, I think it's from their second, well, the last album they had. Yeah, I have loads, but I would like to try and get some more. And this one's from the Grey Chapter Slipknot's album. Well, one which I have seen them a couple of times, and their live shows are really, really cool. I've had loads of fun at that, watching them live, and always a good show they put on. And this one's one of the Download Festival ones, which doesn't have much of a picture, just pretty much the same thing going around. And this one is another download, which is pretty much just the download logo and the download festival's sort of mascot that they have, which I quite like. And not got anything else. So, yeah, pretty much. Actually, I've got this so that I can read some of. So some of the bands that I've actually seen but not really got any merch for them that I've got around is I've seen Soil. They were really, really good. And Guns N' Roses I've seen with the current lineup at a music festival. And hi, Miss Tube, how are you today? Hope you're well. So I've seen Guns N' Roses 2 times, and I have seen also Motley Crue, I think 3 times, as there was kind of we went to one location, then on the way back it was, hey, we're going to see Motley Crue again. They were with Def Leppard at the time, which was a really cool weekend. Then I think the next time we went to that arena, a few years later, they had changed it and made a massive shopping centre and hotel just opposite the whole thing. So that was kind of really cool to go to. I hope your day's been good, Miss Tube. So I've seen them a couple of times, but that arena was changed big time. Lots of stuff, and the hotel being right next to it was really cool. But on that other time I got to see Phil Collins, which was really cool. That's called Wickeroo. So one that I've been to the most is Bullet for My Valentine, as I did say before, which was pretty good because we've seen them multiple locations. Hi, Scratch and Bow on the go. How are you today? I hope you're well. That's cool, Wigglewoo. Phil Collins live is really good. I've also seen I'm as good as can be at the moment, but I'm happy, so that's the main thing. I've seen also Part of the Mud, which wasn't the best performance, as the singer pretty much wasn't that good. I've seen Slash, I'm pretty sure, roughly 5 times. 2 of the times I think was at a music festival. And I have seen Paramore once, Twisted Sister, and Judas Priest I've seen twice. Well, one at a music festival, which was the first festival that I did go to, and the second was at Download Festival, which I actually got soaking wet just watching them as I walked off and didn't get a rain jacket or something waterproof. That's cool, Miss Tube. They were amazing live. I got to see them also at an award show in the that I'd won tickets for, which was pretty much my first trip up to London for a concert. They had a couple of other bands on. Buck Cherry was one of them, Silosis and Skindred. They were all performing, and Alice Cooper was the host of the award show, so it was a pretty cool night. And they performed, I think, about 3 songs each, and Twisted Sister played, I think, about 5 to 6. That's cool, Miss Stu. And Coheed in Cambria as well is another one I've seen. Hi Ellie Mum, how are you today? I hope you're well. That's cool. I've also seen Thin Lizzy, and Infinite loves the story behind one of the times I've seen Thin Lizzy. Hi 2020 Scratchers, how are you today? I hope you're well. Pretty much just talking music at today, as I couldn't really think of anything to do as a live stream, and I didn't think that, well, I couldn't charge the switch up. That's cool, Ellie Mum. I've seen quite a lot of different bands, rock bands. That's cool, Miss Tube. Coheed and Cambria are really cool live. I think that was the first one. That's cool, record. I think, yeah, Coheed and Cambria was at a music festival in 2013, the first one I went to. So that was pretty cool. The only downside was the festival was a bit of a nightmare. I have literally seen loads more than I have got written down on this list. I've seen Downlink with J Devil plus Korn, and Korn I've seen a couple of times, which Korn really are good live. I've seen Def Leppard, I think 3 times. 2 times with Motley Crue. I've also seen Gaslight Anthems, Bowling for Soup as well. They're really good live, very entertaining. I've seen them as the smaller version, the 2 piece. I think it's just the like an acoustic set, and Devin Townsend I've seen. I pretty much haven't updated this list in a couple of years, so a lot of it's so messed up. Cool, Miss Tube. Hope you have a great night. So another one that I've seen a couple of times is Glamour of the Kill, which is a UK band, and Forever Never is also a UK band. And I've seen them a couple of times, talk to the band after the shows, which was pretty cool. And I did get a drumstick. I've also seen Kiss a couple of times, Ali Mum. They're really good live. But I've not seen AC/DC, which I really wanted to, but the music festival can't book them because I think they cost too much. I think maybe tomorrow we might do Deal or No Deal again, as it was fun, but I might do it a bit later later than this one, or maybe about this time. Let's go with some of the younger bands that I have seen. Yumi at 6 is one I've seen. The King Blows, Paramore, and I've also seen Black Veil Brides, which my brother weren't too happy about, as he doesn't like them. I've seen Steel Panther over 5 times. Just don't ask me to name any of their songs because they ain't PG. Shinedown was quite a good one. All Time Low. I may actually see if I can post the video and at least let it be seen before. As I personally don't mind if the band takes the copyrights, as I don't really care. It's just that way I can share at least what some of the music festivals I go to I like. But I only share it if the audio is good enough to hear. I've seen Skillet as well, which was a really good one to have seen. Metallica, I've seen twice at music festivals, and I think one of the times we may have come home with a big plastic bowl, well, beach ball sort of thing. And somehow my brother actually caught one and managed to get the air out of it enough to stop people taking it off him. Which, if I can find it, I'll show it one time. I've got a guitar pick from Metallica. And this one was got from one of the live shows on the 20th of June. So it's pretty cool to have actually got one that's used on the show. And we've got this one from Lost Angels, which was the last band that I've seen, which I think was last November. Hi, Jake Dive Master. How are you today? Hope you're well. So, we've got quite a few memorabilia type things or memories from concerts. Silly things that I've done at music festivals, like getting dressed up as a zombie, well, zombie makeup and covered in fake blood. Then walking about an hour's walk to the airport, still covered in that stuff and looking a right mess. A little better than I was yesterday and the day before. But it's always nice to think about some of the memories that from concerts, as it's all fun. And there have been lots of concerts, lots of running around at them. So, has anyone seen any good movies? That's cool, Ellie Mum. The last movie I watched, or did start earlier, was Bumblebee. Then I found that loads of the NHL hockey games were for free, so I ended up watching NHL for an hour or two while watching lives, as I just watch NHL on my TV and YouTube on this device that I'm using now, which most likely will break soon, as I really do use it too much. Wonder if any trade offers have been accepted for my game. So I do play the Pokemon game and quite a bit though, as I'm trying to get as many Pokemon as possible. So many Pokemon I've traded. All these I could get. As that's one thing I do play quite a bit is Pokemon games when I'm watching live streams. YouTube's doing that again and being annoying. But I've got to get the expansion pack for Pokemon, as I need the next couple of levels for that game, as it's one that I have, but well, I've got the newest game, and I've got to complete the older one. Then I think I'm done with the Pokemon games until the next one comes out. Which I'm hoping that they do add more to Pokemon to the game, or at least make it more levels for the next one. As there's so much they could do with the Pokemon games, as I really liked Pokemon Gold and Heart Gold, as they decided to join up two games into one, so that was more fun because it was longer and a lot more to do. I actually have both of those for the Nintendo DS. I also have Pokemon Crystal as well, which I've not completed yet. It was kind of got for me for one Christmas, so I was kind of really happy about that because it's one that I really do like. And at the time of its release, I never got it. So now at least I can say I've played 90% of the Pokemon games. I think there's only one game that I haven't played, and that was Pokemon Ruby Sapphire, maybe. And I didn't play them on the remake of them. And now they're the most expensive games you can find if a shop has them secondhand. As you're paying £50 for Pokemon Gold, which is a nightmare. And I think definitely tomorrow will be either a gaming live of some kind or Deal or No Deal. I just don't know which one yet. But I will hopefully do something either Monday and Tuesday. And hopefully I'll feel a little more myself by tomorrow night. So I'm gonna end the live as I'm worn out, and not even a little bit, it's a lot from all the watching YouTube, doing live streams and bits. As I do get burnt out quite easy from this. But I want to say thank you to Infinite Moira, Destroy Life, MooseTube, Movie Fanatic, RPO, and Aaron Freeze. And I'm thank you everyone who's watched. I hope your day and evening go good, and I will see everyone again soon. Thank you for being amazing and stay safe.